I think we are on video. It's me, the Rockies, with Padres Greg, Armchair Baseball League live stream, breaking down the NL. All right, well, draft just wrapped up. We're heading into, we're about 22 minutes away to the MILB, with which I have second pick. Still don't know what I'm going to do. Been shopping it. Didn't complete anything. You've been trying to shop yours.
Yeah, you didn't get any offers?
I got offers, but nothing that I didn't get any like straight up offers that I was comfortable with. Yeah. It was always like, I need to sweeten to get what I want, or something like that. So
damn it, I would have jumped on Tinder. I would have given my tick for Tinder. I was asleep at the wheel on that.
Oh, look, you got to be.
I know.
That's the Discord thing. Yeah, that's the Discord thing. You miss out by not being there.
I missed out.
Yeah, you missed out. It's not let it happen again.
I don't love Tinder, but I would have made that.
You liked him long ago. You were like the Peter Gammons, Bobby Crosby winning the MVP with Pinder. You loved Pinder.
He's got some power. He's not useless.
Yeah, he hit that one really long home run, I remember. Okay, NL East. Well, I'm on the Nats, so let's just go ahead and start with the Nats, maybe.
Alrighty. I am heading back to the computer.
All right, if anybody's actually watching, how is the audio? If somebody can say the audio is terrible, like when you hear the Padres talk through my phone, is it too close to the mic? That's what I'm wondering. There's no way for me to tell,
Right.
All right. Anyway, take a look at the Nats. What you have any initial thoughts about the Nats team?
Let me get there. I'll be there in 1 second.
I can tell you what I think. They're one of the guys that spent early and walked away with some higher price guys, but they're not. They're good pieces to build a dynasty team around. Buehler, Bichette, Hira. Got some decent prospects too. Vaughn, pretty expensive Vaughn, but if he ends up being...
they got a lot of spots to fill.
Yeah, one of the teams with a whole lot of spots to fill.
Well, we got a couple young fellers. Bichette.
Everybody loves Bichette.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But man, Buehler and Luzardo, good 1-2, kind of expensive 1-2 at $82. Yeah. But yeah, Luzardo is.
If I would have had more money, I would have been interested in Luzardo myself.
And some decent dollar prospects, also one a big expensive one, but some nice cheap ones. Campusano $2, India $1, Cody Hose for $1.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say his name.
That Yemi Garcia, he used to be a prospect.
Yeah, he used to be.
Yeah. For $1.
Hey, I wish I had more good dollar relievers. Yeah, I'm not in a position to shit on anybody's relievers. I can say that for sure. But this is
Bodie for $3 is pretty good.
It's a team that's got some work to do. I love $5 Austin Hayes. If I wouldn't have spent so much on my outfield earlier, he was a guy that I really wanted to look at in about that price range. I love $5 Austin Hayes.
Yeah, that's one of his better deals there. Yeah,
I thought I was going to be able to get away with like some Orioles early on. I nominated Mancini, and he shot up to like $19, and so I kind of wanted to stay off of nominating guys I wanted that early, and Hayes was one of them. And then by the time he came around, I'm pretty sure my offense was filled and I had no money, or, one or the other. No, man, I am not kidding about this. We are doing this.
Dix for $3. If he comes back to what he was, that could be really good.
Yeah, for $3. Nothing wrong with it. And Stratton's actually a pretty decent reliever. That's kind of the way I wanted to go with my relievers. I wasn't going for saves, necessarily saves guys. But,
yeah, he was a starter 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stratton.
So yeah, I mean, Nats. Full disclosure, I tried like hell earlier tonight to pry Ferris Bueller away from him. Didn't work out.
Yeah.
But a lot of spots to fill, but gotta like the direction. A lot of young talent. Spent high on the young guys. No veteran, no expensive veterans or anything. So
Right. And
yeah,
good players.
not bad. Ba-da-ba-ba. All right.
Moving on.
How about the Tony Marlins? Where are the Tony Marlins?
All
Just
right.
makes sense to go from Nats to Marlins, I feel like, naturally.
Yeah.
Now, if we're looking at couch managers, which I am, his roster's not exactly the same as it is because he's made deals.
Right.
Yeah, he does not have Sixto. He does not have Gore. I don't think he got rid of Brad Hand. I know he wanted to. I don't think he did. Let's take a look. Let's take a quick look. No, he traded draft picks. He's getting Gisselman and Homer Bailey. And of course, he also has Castillo, Monty Harrison, AJ Minter. So this team looks pretty different than it does on couch managers. But the core, I think, is still the same, especially the offense. Another guy that spent early, yeah, he's gonna hit. He took Dan Vogelbach from me late.
Boy, he's a gamble. He doesn't have a regular job as of yet, does he, or does he?
Oh yeah, but I mean, none of us are. I don't think any of us are really starting a guy that has guaranteed everyday jobs.
Not at every spot.
I mean, no. I know. Yeah, I'm definitely not. So.
Now I like $3 Caratini. I've been on Caratini.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah,
you were the
went ahead and got.
You were the laughing stock of the league because you were bidding up Caratini.
And with him being his only catcher, I don't know if I like that, but I like Caratini.
Ooh, all right, 15-minute warning to the draft.
All right.
Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
If Rosenthal continues his comeback, $8.
He's shopping him. He's shopping him, though. He's shopping Rosenthal. He's shopping everybody. He's shopping Rosie. He's shopping Hand.
Huh. Well, I don't know what I'd be able to give him.
You don't. Yeah, you don't have. Nobody's like bursting with pieces. Like.
Right.
I think anybody to say anybody has excess anything right after the draft is over is a little tough.
It would be unusual, it seems.
I liked Chris Davis too. I like $4 Chris Davis. If he can come back and be a semblance of his pre-hip injury,
right?
Not bad for $4. Yeah. $41 Arenado. He's Arenado. Yeah, if he gets traded, maybe that doesn't look great, but he's probably he's going to hit anywhere.
He'll still be at least solid.
Correa, I just don't like him. $31. I'm sure he'll return some kind of value on that. I just don't like him.
I don't like it. I gotta say, I don't like $42 Jordan Alvarez either.
What injury concerns?
Yeah, we talked about him, his bad knees and whatnot. I don't really see.
Yeah, but man, when he's healthy, he hits the shit out of the ball. I mean, that's.
Yeah.
You can't ignore it. Yeah, you can't really deny that.
But for me, I'm not doing it.
He wasn't on my list. I'm too risk averse, I guess. And I say that as the guy that spent $38 on Scherzer, but I don't know. I don't like a guy that already doesn't play the field, but he's still got two bad knees.
Right.
Just freaks me out a little bit. Hitters need their legs. They all need their legs, but guys already got that much.
Jesus Aguilar could be good for him.
Yeah, $5 Jesus Aguilar.
Yeah, that could be good.
What about $1 Shark? You like $1? You love Alex Cobb. What about $1 Alex Cobb?
I'd rather have Cobb than the Shark. I don't think the Shark has a job right now, does he?
Oh, I guess I don't really know.
I don't think he does. I mean, that doesn't mean he's not going to get one, but
The Shark doesn't have a job.
Trying to lean towards the guys that looked like they were going to have a job.
Nobody's going to step up and give the Shark a job.
I haven't seen anything.
Oh, that's disappointing. Yeah, I guess I don't really know what's going on with him.
I saw where Kluber threw for teams today, or yesterday, or today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Machado started his career with 2 knee surgeries. That is a fair point. And Smarge does not have a job. Poor guy. Man, you kind of forget that about Machado, you know? But he did.
Machado?
Yeah, Machado started his career with two knee surgeries. Somebody was saying about Jordan, you know, like,
oh, right.
It doesn't necessarily portend bad things in the future, but that's just me personally, you know.
Well, Jordan needs a little beefier too, I think. That's harder on the knee.
Yeah, he's like a Mike Stanton type, right? Like he's like so big that it's hard for him to be a healthy baseball player or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. But again, I am the $38 Scherzer guy, so risk, and I seem to be putting most of my money into young pitching. I mean, I am risk averse, but my auction doesn't necessarily reflect that.
What are we giving the Marlins then? B minus?
Geez, B minus. That seems
maybe a C.
Yeah, that's generous. Yeah, I think the baseline is a C. You know, maybe he gets a C. It's hard to give any of these teams that didn't fill out full teams like a B. Like I'm not going to give myself a B because I don't have full team. But you know, he does have Luis Castillo. He's got some good names. For head-to-head weekly matchups, you know, Jordan, if he's healthy. Some of those guys, I mean, if he gets Arenado, you know, a week that he's got a bunch of home games and these guys all go off together, he's gonna crush some weeks. So maybe you can give him a C plus B minus. Yeah, give him a C plus B minus. Tony, even though you're like a notorious sniper, you get A sniping.
He sniped me on him.
A sniping. B minus team as it stands right now. You know, none of this means anything. I mean, you know, don't take it too hard. Yeah. Let's head to Dwight.
All in good fun.
Now, Dwight.
Where are we going?
The Mets. Let's go meet the Mets. Yeah.
Meet the Mets.
Let's meet and greet the Mets.
Greet the Mets.
Now, I'm sure everybody, he's got a full roster, and he's the guy that everybody at the beginning was like, holy shit, he's $40 Kyle Lewis, $40 Jeff McNeil. This guy's going to be out of money in 20 minutes.
Very interesting.
And he ends up not only filling one of the few teams that filled his entire roster, he had a bunch of money left over.
Now we cut him a break because this was his first auction or whatever.
I believe he said it was his first auction. Yes, I do recall him saying that.
So besides that, I mean, he's got a lot of good guys.
And it sounded like he had people coming at him with trade offers as well. You know what? Because he's got depth to deal from. He's one of the few guys right now that has depth to deal from. So I'm sure.
True. That's for sure.
And he's got some names that I had, like specifically that I wanted to try to get later or for cheaper. I like Corey Dickerson. I like Raimel Tapia. I like Justin Dunn. Man, $12 David Price. If I would have had the money when he was up, I would have liked. I really wanted Jeff McNeil.
Lugo and Gomber were guys I really wanted.
Yeah, I knew you liked Gomber. And you've been a Lugo mark, in the past as well.
Lugo's a really good pitcher.
$9 goods? Is he $9 goods?
Yeah, I don't know. Boy, it's real. His roster's really interesting with the two $40 guys and only 4 other guys that he spent double figures on.
And at that, it was really low double figures. The max was 12. It was 10, 12, 11, 11. So it was like a huge gap between his 2 higher price guys and then all the way down. Yeah, and then everybody's kind of in that medium range. He seems to have built his team like the way we probably all would have liked to, with shelling out a few bucks on a couple guys you really like. Obviously, he's high on Kyle Lewis, and he's a Mets guy, so Jeff McNeil makes sense, and I love Jeff McNeil too. But he actually put to practice what most of us probably wanted to try to do, and filling out an entire roster. And if you look, he's only got two $1 guys. He's got Asdrubal and he's got Brad Brock, which he locked up nice and early. Made sure to get Brad Brock nice and early. Yeah. But it's a very interesting roster. Draft. Yeah, it is. When you sit and look at it, it's very, very well balanced, I think.
Yeah, he's deep.
I hadn't sat and looked at his roster and since the beginning, and all I knew is that he had money left over. But now that I sit and look at it, I do have a little bit of envy just seeing how many actual major leaguers he has. And he's got some good prospects too. He got Liberatore, he got Shane Baz, Mauricio. Yeah, he's got good prospects.
Man, think of what look at what he might have done had he.
Yeah, what could he have done? Yeah, what could he have done if he went full berries on it and spent all his money? His outfield's that's a pretty weak outfield, starting Kane and Hayward. I guess
if you want to see a weak outfield, look at mine.
We'll get to yours.
Yeah,
we will get to yours, but just from what we've been to so far, his is probably, just of the 3 teams, his is probably definitely the most well balanced, and probably gets just the highest grade thus far, just for having a full team and guys that are going to throw innings and get at bats. So
I got to give it to him.
Yeah, even with leaving $22 is a lot to leave on the table. So Dwight, if you watch this and it is your first auction, that's a lot of money to leave on the table. Ideally you don't want to leave any, but 22 is a lot to leave on the table. I mean, what would
understandable with it being your first auction?
Sure. Just like off the top, if you $22 takes you from David Price to Strasburg and Denelson Lamet and
one more really good player
Corbin Burns and or Max Fried or any of those low 30s guys. Not that Price is bad, but just when you put it in perspective of what an extra 22 get, it wouldn't have got him Trout or anything. Almost, if you take it and add it to Kyle Lewis, and he could have got Mookie for that.
Yeah,
but you don't know that when you're doing the draft.
That's true. The great thing, about auction, you don't know if you would.
Yeah, I don't want to be.
You can't assume, so that's the way it doesn't bother you.
Yeah, I don't want to be Captain Hindsight and just for the guy who said that he's never done an auction. Dwight gets
give him a good grade.
Dwight gets a B plus, I think, just for being one of the guys to fill out a full team of major leaguers and snag some good prospects.
I like this team. I like it a lot.
I kind of like Dwight's team. The Braves. Let's move on. We got 4 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the draft room. So far, it looks like we got. I'm in there. The A's are in there. The White Sox are in there. And I can't see who else, but some guys are in here. And I asked the Angels earlier, since I was going 2, I asked them, like, hey man, you don't have to tell me, but do you know who you're taking at number 1? I was hoping he would tell me, but instead he told me, yes, I know who I'm taking. And he didn't tell me who it was. So I don't blame him, but I was hoping he would tell me so I would know if my, there's only one guy that can, if you want to call it sniper or whatever, one guy that can take anybody from me. I just was wondering if I needed to have my backup plan ready or not. But yeah, I don't blame him for not telling me. Okay, yeah, let's take a look at the Jake S. Braves, who I think he was the first prospect guy grabbing Torkelson for.
Yeah, he's got a couple expensive prospects.
23. Man, I don't know. 23 is not even, if you look at some of the other ones, 23 is not even that expensive. And Torkelson seems to project as a guy that's going to be a good big league hitter, good big league power, solid enough average. Who knows with most of these guys, but Torkelson. Tigers, I believe he was the number one pick in the last first-year player draft. So they went away from Pitt. They had the Skubal and Mize and Manning, and now they have a giant prospect bat to go with, and that is, I think, how the Braves started. That might have been, was that the first guy he won, maybe? Another guy that doesn't have a full roster, but he's got a pretty full roster. He's got full starters and everything.
Yeah.
But another example of a guy that spent high early, the $60 Garrett Cole, the $54 Yelich, but then got good value on other guys like $21 Marte.
Yeah.
So, and man, he got Andrelton from me. I was hoping Andrelton could be my starting shortstop, but he got nommed before I could, and went for $2 when I only had $1 to spend on him.
He doesn't have a catcher.
He's got Ryan Jeffers.
Is he going to be the Twins catcher?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. They didn't get rid of Garver or anything. Maybe what are they going to split time or?
I don't know. Maybe he knows something. I don't know.
That's not a guy I know much about. If I'm just being totally honest,
Me neither.
I think he might have had a decent short season, but with how much I paid attention to the short season, after a lot of those, a lot of our drafts got canceled early on.
Yeah.
I kind of just, let's take a look. I want to know.
Now, is that Nicky Lopez? Is he the Royals' second baseman?
Nicky Lopez. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I think he might be there.
For $1.
Well, yeah, that might be good for $1 if you get an everyday guy.
So Jeffers was pretty good. He over a 62 plate appearance sample, he did hit 3 homers. No doubles, no triples, but struck out 19 times. I mean, they did bring him up. He is 23 years old, so I guess I don't really know the plan with him, but he's probably going to be better than my catcher. He's going to be better than Maldonado.
Well, the Twins also have Williams
Astudillo, yeah. He plays stuff other than catcher, though, I'm pretty sure.
They like DH. Well, they're hoping for Garver to bounce back. I would think Mitch would get the at-bat. We'll see.
The Milwaukee Brewers just said amazing in the draft chat. I don't know if something happened. The D-backs are in the room now. The Brewers are in the room now. You are not, even though you have the 5th pick.
Do I need to be? Should I be in the room?
It's not your turn or anything, so I don't.
Yeah, I don't need to. I'm still looking at the roster here.
Yeah, not a big deal.
I like Diego Castillo. $5. That's the right price for him.
He's good. Man, if Jake Bauers can be what he was supposed to be, like he didn't even have to reach like full potential or anything, but man, for $1, right. I think that's a sneaky good $1 play.
Yeah, people were really on him. What, 3 years ago?
Oh yeah, I was one of them when he moved. He moved from the Rays to the Indians, right? And I thought, man, he's going to be Indian starting first baseman. He's got some pop. I think he walked a little bit and stuff, but man, he fell off a cliff. But now the Indians, I mean, they're going to be pretty bad. So he should. I think maybe he should play.
Yeah, maybe that job is wide open. He can take that job.
$1 Matt Shoemaker
He's interesting.
Yeah, when he signs somewhere, he'll be like great for a month or two, and then
he might get hurt. Yeah.
Get hurt. Yeah, he'll definitely get hurt.
His arm could fall off.
The ghost of Nick Pavetta maybe could find something in Boston.
He's got some bounce back guys.
What do you think about Dustin May?
I haven't checked into him a whole lot, really, so I don't really know.
He just the stuff looks so amazing, and he just doesn't strike the guys out that you would think that his stuff would strike out. Oh, Tony has Shoemaker now. Never mind. So that's a mistake. That's probably not the first mistake of the night, but yeah, Shoemaker is not on the Braves. He's on the Marlins.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we're looking at couch managers for the. It's just easier. It groups everybody. It's easier to see the money. It's just quicker to drop the tab down. So probably shouldn't be looking at that for doing a breakdown, since it's the teams have with all the trades today. Like not a lot of these guys, but some of these guys have flopped around. He spent $15 on that Hae-Sung Kim, who's supposed to be really good, and he's putting $8 in the new Cleveland shortstop Jimenez. So he's got some upside.
Wait a minute, where's he gonna
play? Short. He's the Indian shortstop.
I thought they got Rosario.
Oh well, then maybe he's playing. Yeah, maybe he's playing second.
Yeah, maybe he's playing.
Yeah, he's playing somewhere. No, they'll probably stick him at third and bench J-Ram.
He's got Piscotty's a bounce back guy. He's got some bounce back guys.
I don't know what to think about Piscotty. As crappy as this, it seems like ever since his mom died, he has not been the same dude. We know him from the Cardinals and stuff. Like,
well, if he comes back a bit for $2, that'll be.
Oh yeah, if he does, I mean, you could, if Pujols hits 30 homers for $2, but is he going to do it?
Yeah.
Another guy whose prospects I do like. He's got Witt. Reed Detmers was a good, and Mitchell. Mitchell was probably a top 10 first-year player last year. He's got good prospects, but again, can't give him a B+ or anything because he doesn't have a full roster. You can't B+ him.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? He's got Garrett Cole. I mean, it's hard to for any team that has Garrett Cole and Yelich and Marte. And Dustin May in a head-to-head daily lineup league. It's points. It's hard to bet against those guys in a single week matchup.
Yeah, I'll give him a B-.
Liberal with the B's tonight. All right.
It was either C+ or B-. We'll give him a B-.
Is that the East? That's pretty much the East, right? Uh-oh. What happened here? Oh, the draft room reset. I'm on pins and needles waiting to see who the Angels are going to take. There he is. Okay, so he took the Nationals pitcher that they took in the first year last year, Jackson Rutledge. I think I am going to take – he's a Red Sox outfield guy – Jaron Duran. Pretty sure that's who I'm going with. I like that pitcher, Espino, for Cleveland. I got to be honest. It seems like most guys that I'm thinking of for the draft right now, I feel like I can get later. Is my issue. I'm not good enough at prospects to know which one of these guys I should take first. Tony says, who wins the East? Honestly, I think it's Dwight gets my vote for just having the most balanced, full roster. He doesn't have the most star power. He doesn't have the highest price guys, but just when you look at the East, he has a full roster. He's got guys that are going to play every day in every single spot, including the bench, and he's got some decent prospects. I like Dwight's team in the East.
Yeah, I'd say Mets, Braves, Marlins.
You're just naming all the teams in the East.
No, I put them in order of
Okay.
what we've reviewed so far. That's the order. Really. That's
I
the
got you.
order.
Yeah, I believe you.
Oh, yeah, okay. We're forgetting somebody, right?
No, that's the
Who did we
East.
forget? There's only 4?
Mets, Braves, Marlins,
And
Nats, Phillies.
Oh, Phillies.
Yeah, gotta get. God damn it! Yeah, gotta get. And the Phillies guy even said, "Please go easy on me." Yeah, the Phillies really suck. If I can't even remember them. All right,
bringing him up now. The Phillies.
Yeah, Phillies.
Ooh.
Yeah, Adams Phillies. Just straight away again. I feel like I'm going to say this a lot because it happened a lot. Not a full roster.
Yeah.
A lot of us ran into this problem. There's very few of us that were not guilty of having the full roster. I think Dodger Joe got the full roster. Yankee Gary, Cardinal Jeff.
Are you on the Phillies yet?
Yeah, I'm on them.
Oh, okay.
White Sox Harry, Red Sox. Don't remember the Red Sox guy's name. The Dogs. So both of the Sox ended up with full rosters. Sam the Rangers, John Tigers, and the Commish, the Pirates. So more, well over half the league. When we pull that up, I'm going to eventually say, oh, this guy doesn't have a full roster. So maybe that can just be like a foregone conclusion. So let's take a look. Oh, this is the guy that ended up with Casas, that first baseman for the Red Sox, who I liked, but yeah, it slipped away dollar-wise. Boy, this is somebody who spent early.
Yeah, look at this team.
This is the first like super stars and scrubs.
Yeah, he really got a couple of stuff.
It's like he doesn't even really have his scrubs yet. Most of his scrubs
to be named later.
Yeah. I do like a lot of the players on this team though, and
the Teoscar price. That's probably a pretty good price, assuming he continues trending upward.
He's good, man. He's that Blue Jay team, the Baby Jays. They are good. He hits the ball hard, and if you look at like something about his last 162 games or something, he's like a top, something or other outfielder. Very good outfielder. Oh shit, it's my pick. God damn it! All right, sorry guys. It's my pick here. I'm gonna take the center fielder. I'm gonna take him. Boom.
Can't go wrong with a center fielder.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping to be told what's wrong with that pick. If anybody can tell me what's wrong with that pick. Boy, there was something about him, Casas. He got drilled by a pitch in like the Red Sox instructional league. He got drilled by like a Tanner Houck pitch and then refused to take first base and then hit a homer on the next pitch or something. Like there's like the legend of this guy is growing. Yeah. But he was a little pricey for me because I did not know what I was going to do at first base. And I still, the Fuentes guy, that's not the answer. I was hoping he would kind of be one of my answers, but the league is sharper than I expected it to be. I know it's a 30-team league and stuff. But this is a pretty fucking sharp league. And
I think so.
Yeah, I wasn't slipping anything by anybody. Like
we're
able to do in those Yahoo public leagues.
Right.
Where you can be pretty rest assured that you're going to finish well in those. $36 Biggio feels a little high, but it is a points league. He walks, he hits for power.
I think that's a fine price.
Yeah, I like it.
I see one of the best prices on anybody I've seen so far.
Wait, hold on. Let me guess. Let me look and see. Is it going to be, knowing you, is it $11 Christian Walker?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Of course.
That's fantastic. That's one of the best values in the entire draft. Right there.
If I would have known I was going to end up with Fuentes for $5, or if I could save $6 somehow, like not getting Jeter Downs, not spending $7 on Jeter Downs, I much rather would have had Christian Walker for 11.
Oh, that's absolutely fantastic.
Say like Fuentes and Jeter Downs or something like that. Yeah.
I love that. $11.
You are a Walker mark. That is, you've been on him for a couple years now. Yeah. I like $1 Franchi.
Continue to be good.
I like $1 Franchi. I don't like $1 Fultonevich. I mean, for $1, it's hard to say you don't like anybody for $1.
Start grow. Half, he could come back for $1.
Yeah, for $1. Yeah, that's silly to say you don't like somebody for $1 because it's $1.
John Gray's kind of young still.
I think I got to be off John Gray until he gets traded somewhere, or
if he could get out of Colorado.
If you just get him out of Colorado. I don't even know if it's Colorado that does it to him, but I got to be off of him. He's a lot of people, I'm sure, can say that they've been burned by John Gray many times. I love the Trey Turner, Bryce Harper combo, and I love the Harper Teoscar. And if the Pete Crow Armstrong works out, he's probably not a 2021 guy, but if he keeps that outfield together, that's going to be a hell of an outfield. If that guy reaches most of his potential.
He's got some.
He's got a lot of spots to fill, though.
He's got some balance.
Got a lot of spots to fill. Ed Howard, just looking at the couch managers, he's got, they've got him at third base, but he's not going to be up, and he's a shortstop.
That's the Cubs top pick from a year ago, right?
Yeah, I think they've got another shortstop too. They've got like two. Really, I think Howard is the glove first kind of guy, but should fill out the body a little bit and develop some pop. And then I don't remember the name of the other one off the top of my head. I've got. Boy, what a terrible host I am. This guy, the Phillies got a way to go. We did forget them, but they're not going to supplant Dwight as the class of the East, at least in my opinion.
Just slip in the middle.
He's going to fill the team out. And I tell you what, it's a team that I would hate to play. If this was like, okay, here's your playoff matchup, I would hate to go up against a team with Teoscar and Harper and Turner and Biggio and Plesac and Walker. I mean, those are, he's just because he's not filled out doesn't mean it's not going to be a good team. But we're doing it just as we're looking at it right now. We'll do another one of these when everybody's all filled out and everything. But just right now after the draft, C plus, B minus.
Yeah.
Because I like the names. I do like the names that I like. I really like them. I was high on Plesac. I just he got nommed a little earlier than I expected him to, and I couldn't keep going with him out of fear of missing out on other guys later. I had the FOMO, the draft FOMO.
That could end up being a good price for him, I'd say.
Yeah, right. If Adam's paying any attention right now, Walker to the Padres, he'll give you whatever you want, pretty much. All right, now we can move. We can move to the Central. Who do you want to start with in the Central?
Let's just see who's at the top of the list here. Is it the Pirates?
It is. It's the Pirates. So
all right.
Straight away, he gets high marks because he filled out his entire roster. You got to like that. Yeah. Just based on the ones we've seen so far, you got to like filling out the roster. So immediately takes a step forward. I think the Central is going to be tough, man. That Central is going to be tough.
Got one really high price guy.
And he's a pretty good high price guy.
That seems like a fine price for.
You and I haven't talked. Where are you at on? Where are you personally on Vlad Jr.?
I haven't been too real high on him. I've been taking the wait and see kind of with him because I thought that there was just too much hype too soon.
Well, man, yeah. When you looked at what he was doing, it was hard not to hype him. I mean, he really was. Oh, sure. He was killing every level he was at. But man, he's.
Yeah. I just never thought I would be able to take him soon enough to get him. And
when we were doing regular snakes or redrafts or whatever, that was always the line I was taking. Is like, man, I would really love to own a piece of him, but I feel like it's never going to happen because I'm just not that willing. And man, what is he, only like 23 or 24? I mean, it feels like we've been talking about him forever, but he's only 20. He's only 21. Sorry, he'll turn.
Yeah, for dynasty purposes, he's a great guy to have.
Yeah, geez, he'll be 22 before the season starts, but holy cow, for somebody it feels like we've been talking about forever.
He's a good guy to build your dynasty around. Real good.
Yeah, Duke tried to, I don't know about float him to me is probably not the right word. He asked if I was interested, and I said, yeah, I'm very interested, but I just don't think I can, the way my team is built right now.
Boy, it'd be hard for anybody to do anything like that, wouldn't it? It seems.
If I wanted, if you want to go for it, that's the brilliance of that in-season cap. You can take on that money if you think you're ready to go for it. If I thought I was a Vlad Jr. away from that first-year title, going for that prestigious first-year title, I would probably do it. But, to get Vlad, I got to give away pieces. I got to give away pieces that are going to make me not a contender, even though I'm getting Vlad, at least in my eyes. Yeah. I just don't have the depth, We'll get to our teams. All right, Pirates. Oh, let's see if anything happened in the draft here. Nothing yet. So just me. D-backs are here and on the clock. It is a 3-hour clock, so plenty of time. And then you got the Orioles on deck, and you are in the hole. So it might be time to give half a thought to who you might be looking at, if you're going to keep the pick, that is.
Oh, yeah, I imagine I haven't checked for last-minute offers.
Yeah, you
Should
need.
I check?
Yeah, get on the Discord. You got see if anybody's
real quick.
See if anybody's itching.
I have no direct messages.
I didn't either. I'm chiding you for not doing it, but I didn't switch over and look before I made my pick. But I think I had done my trying tonight, getting rid of it. I told the Pirates, I'm like, man, I know I'm not easy to trade with. I want both of us to win, but man, I know I'm stingy with my guys. I think that's just how I need to learn how to loosen up a little bit. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he got the message from you. You got the message from the Pirates, right? You did get that
message from the Pirates.
You should have a Discord message from the Pirates.
Oh, where he asked if what I was wanting for number 5?
Yeah, I'm guessing. He didn't tell me what it was. He just said, tell him I sent him a message.
Oh, yeah. It says hello.
That's it? Just says
7:21.
Well, yeah, okay.
Well, what am I supposed to say to that? Hello back?
You don't have to say anything back.
Now he's saying he's laughing his ass off right now.
Yeah, you don't realize. Yeah, how do you? Yeah, because he's watching us. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I get it, yeah. That's fine.
Okay. But yeah, keep abreast of the Discord and yeah, be thinking about who it is you might want to take coming up. You are in the hole.
Oh yeah, okay. So I'm gonna go check on that.
Yeah, and I'll yak about the Pirates here a little bit more. Another guy who spent his money wisely on prospects, got some really nice prospects for really, compared to some others, really reasonable prices.
Yeah, he seems very balanced in that regard. Yes,
he's balanced generally. He's another guy. The max was 43, kind of like in that Dwight range, the $40 Dwight range. But he's also got some guys that are in that nice middle high range. The $31 on Brandon Lowe. He's a Lowe, right? It's Nate Lau, Brandon Lowe.
Yeah, there's another Lowe somewhere. There's just so many of
them.
Man,
I had him as my number 2 second baseman, like specifically for this league. When I did my cursory rankings up just for like this kind of dynasty or whatever, 30-teamer. He was my number 2 second baseman. I really liked him. And like I said before, this league is too sharp. I kind of thought maybe I would be one of the guys, one of the few guys that were really big on him. And then he shoots up to $30+. Like, holy shit, man. I'm not going to get anybody I actually want. I'm not as sharp as I think I am, or everybody else is sharper than I thought they were going to be. Whatever it was. I didn't get him. I love that buy. I love a lot of his buys. I like the pitching. Oh, go ahead.
Are you in the draft room?
Yeah, I'm in there.
So all these guys, am I looking at the right thing? The top guy is Ryan Weber?
That is not the top thing that I'm seeing, no.
Why is there's some major league guys on here. Jose Peraza.
What room?
That doesn't sound right.
What draft room are you in? You're in the Fantrax draft room?
Yeah.
No, I'm seeing right now the top player is Luis Rodriguez.
Huh.
I'm pretty much, you should only be seeing guys that are eligible for you to draft, guys that have the green flag or the green M next to their names.
Yeah, what do I need to?
I would X out of it and bring it up again.
Well, they all do have the green flag.
Oh yeah, so you've got it sorted by points from last year is what you have.
Okay.
But yeah, you can only. So you'll see guys on there that you can't draft, but you can only draft guys with the green flag or the green M or both. They have to. This is not the first year player draft.
Right. So you can't draft Jose Peraza.
Is he in the minors right now?
He's got a green flag and a
green
if
he has
right?
a green flag and a green M, you can draft him.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, that was the thing. I was sorting by ADP. You were sorting by points. Which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'll find somebody to draft then that's probably not a prospect, probably more of a quad A type of guy.
Well, you'll find several. I mean, this is a 20-round draft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is it's not just about prospects in this.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I see a guy already.
I mean, this is your chance to grab some guys that maybe you thought you might have had to use Fab on or whatever, if you like a Jose Peraza type, I suppose.
That's right.
Yeah, you can definitely take him.
Asher Wojciechowski, he's on here.
Yes, he is. Luis Perdomo, he of the tremendous sinker that just never panned out. Bubba Starling, you can grab Bubba Starling.
Those guys could be useful.
Hey man, in a 30-team league, I mean, yeah, guys that we're not used to taking. Our max was the 16 that we did that one year, and that felt deep.
This is cool.
Yeah, this is cool. Back to the Pirates. Man, I like the team. I like him.
Yeah,
the depth is good.
Grade.
I like the prices I like the price, the $10 Eflin. I like the $10 Kikuchi. I love $2 Trevor Rogers. I asked him how big of a Rogers fan he was earlier when we were talking about making a deal, and he is a big Rogers fan. This is a guy I'm probably gonna. How do I say? It's a guy we seem to think alike on a lot of guys.
Yeah.
So I'm going to want to deal with him, but he might be hard to deal with because we seem to feel the same about a lot of guys. You like Bundy. You're a Bundy guy, right? Or you were last year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's on the Pirates. Yeah. And that was a nice price for him. 17.
Yeah. Yeah. I like the price really on all his pitchers. I like the prices he got. I'm not the biggest Wheeler guy, but for 26 relative to what the other pitchers were going, I like the staff that he put together quite a bit. And he's got depth. He's got, man, I like that Braylon Marquez, the Cubs pitcher. I like a lot of these, like a lot of his pitching. I wish I had the depth to trade for some of it. Lindblom.
Here's a minor leaguer I'll draft.
I knew that's what you were doing.
What?
Looking for guys instead of looking at the Pirates. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine. You don't have to be sorry.
Yeah, I said I was going to do this.
I know.
But I found him, so I can go back to the Pirates now.
Well, who is it?
No, remember Andy Young?
Sure.
Yeah,
what, second and third base or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, multi-position. Yeah. You know who else? You could grab Lane Thomas. You like the Cardinals.
Yeah. How do I put him in? Is there a Q? Yeah.
Well, so yeah, the arrow pointing downward is your Q.
There it is.
And you just hit it once and drop them down there. So like right now I have 36 guys in the queue. I just like any name that I see that I think I'm going to want to grab at some point, I throw them in the queue just so I don't forget them, you know? Okay, so Pirates are getting, they're getting a solid B plus from me. I quite like the Pirates. The outfield is a little weak. I like Laureano. I love Jesse Winker. Slater, I like Dickerson. If he could put together a solid outfield, it just if he has a weak point, it's probably the outfield.
Is he the one that got Alex Dickerson?
Yeah, that's who I mean. Yeah, Dickerson. A Dick. Yeah, there's A Dick and there's C Dick, and A Dick actually went for less than C Dick, despite having, if I recall, he had a really nice short season.
For the Giants, he did, yeah.
Yeah, and this is a guy that was like, he showed all the potential, and then he kept getting hurt or something. He missed like 2 or so full years before coming back. Didn't he have a shoulder or just something crazy, like a bad injury? But man, yeah, the short season, he raked. He hit 298, 151 ABs, 10 doubles, 10 homers, 16 walks to 30 Ks. I mean, he was very good. Yeah, that could be a great buy.
Also on this Pirate team. Now, I don't know if he's got a regular job. He might win one. I've been using him the last last year or the year before. Austin Slater.
Yeah. Came on with some stolen bases, I think.
Get a job. I like that guy.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like when you take Slater, you take Dickerson, and he's got some good outfield prospects. He could put together a fine outfield. I just think if you're going to look at one of the few teams having a full roster, you got to be weak somewhere. He's probably weak in the outfield.
Remember how big I was on Lindblom last year? He's got $5 Lindblom.
Yes, I do. You love Josh Lindblom.
He could be real good for $5.
So you say? You love Josh Lindblom.
I'll give him a real good grade.
Yeah, he's got to at least get a B plus. I think B plus, strong B. Strong B. Yeah, strong B. All right, from the Pirates to who's next? The Reds come up next on my. The Reds, another team that went extreme spending. Extreme stars and scrubs, or what's going to be scrubs, another one of these that you don't know who the scrubs are going to be, but when you're this deep and this late, they're pretty much all going to be roughly the same. At least heading into the year, like heading into the spring. But man, you can't shit on who he does have. You can't shit on where he did spend the money. Acuna, Freeman.
He could really tool up on you if he had a good week.
Yeah, again, if these guys, even the pitchers, I like Brad Keller. I like Brad Keller.
If I had money, I wanted to get Brad Keller. Damn it.
And he was the guy that didn't drive Mancini up, but ended up getting Mancini at 19. So
that's a good price for him.
Man, I thought he was gonna, I thought people would be scared off of him. I thought I nommed him, and I thought, I'll be able to get him for under $10, and that'll be the steal of the draft. It'll end up being the steal of the draft, when he goes off and.
No, not in this league. He ended up going for the right price.
when he comes back and wins comeback player of the year, and
I don't know about
everybody loves him.
The guy at third for $31. I don't know about that.
He had a monster short season.
Yeah.
The helium on him is real. I mean, it's not just this league. Like, people love Cabrian Hayes, and he is son of Charlie, I believe.
Oh, is he? I did not know that.
You know what? I guess I'm already going to sound like an idiot, but if I'm wrong, I think he is.
You sure got to have guts to have a team like this.
He is son of Charlie. Is he? Yeah. I mean, just from seeing him talk in the Discord and stuff, he seems to know what he's doing. Like, this isn't the guy that, just spent money because he doesn't know what he's doing in an auction or whatever. I think he knows what he's doing. No. Yeah, I think he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, he definitely has a plan.
$10 AJ Puck could end up being very good.
Yeah, that's real good.
I really like $11 Nick Solak. I don't know what kind of eligibility he has on tracks, but I've seen leagues where he's at second, third, left, and center.
Yeah, and
that is really nice.
Multi-position guy.
Yeah, that is really nice. He can bounce all over the place. He's got a job. He can hit. I like $11 Nick Solak. That was another one that came along a little later than I was. I wasn't ready for these guys that I thought I liked and I thought I wanted to save for, and then I didn't save for him. And he was one of them.
He's the guy I wanted. I was running out of money by then, I think.
Yep. Oi.
But very interesting team.
Not a ton else. I mean, you know what you're getting from Freddie Freeman. You know what you're getting from Acuna, from Abreu. The pitching is
kind of hard to grade him.
It is.
Not that he's only got a few guys, but
he did nab a really nice prospect. Josiah Gray is probably the Dodgers' number one. So he did the prospect that he did grab. Oh, and he's got Jose Garcia as his catcher on Couch Managers, but that should be the Reds. I think the Reds everyday guy. But yeah, you got to give him a C minus just for how much he's going to have to fill otherwise. But like so many of these other ones, not somebody that you're going to want to run into in the playoffs if his roster stays like it is. These guys can kick your ass just as easy as they can put up zeros,
Very interesting.
Acuna and Freeman on a hot streak by themselves with half decent pitching performance can sink you. So
quite the 1-2 he's got there.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. And Hayes, I mean, geez, maybe you don't realize how good he was in the short season, man. He
No, I'm sure I don't.
He let's see. Only 85 at bats, but he hit 376, 7 doubles, 2 triples, 5 homers, and for good measure, he went ahead and stole a base. And he walked 9 times to only 20 strikeouts. He looks, it's a short sample. It's a very short sample. But
what did he do in the minors? Did he kill it in the minors?
He's a top prospect. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he didn't come out of nowhere by any means. He just kind of came out of nowhere to be as good as he was in the majors already. Which it seems more and more like that's almost expected of these guys to come up and crush the majors. And then, if they don't, kind of like Ahmed Rosario, he had a terrible short season, but the year before that, he went, 15-15 and hit, well, I don't remember what he hit, 2 something.
Well, that's a good guess,
yeah. Okay, so yeah, the Reds, they get a cautiously scary, like these guys, they are a force to be reckoned, but they do have a lot of work to do to fill out. Gotta go C minus, just for having so many empty holes. But the guys you do have are probably, B plus A. The pitching is pretty suspect. When AJ Puck is your number one, that's pretty suspect.
Yeah.
But he probably has plans. He strikes me as a guy that probably has plans.
Right.
All right. Let's move on to
Cubs?
yeah. Let's move on to the Cubs. To the Cubs.
Boy, he's got quite the three-headed pitching monster.
Hey, Chicago. Yeah, man, he does. Holy cow. Well, he no longer has Corbin Burns.
Oh, really?
Right? So one of the trades today, that's one of the ones I actually wrote down because I wanted to remember it. So Corbin Burns and David Dahl are on their way to the Jays for Eloy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So now it's that outfield is Pesci, Eloy, and whoever else. Yeah, he did. He needed that bat. He needed that big bat, and yeah, I think that's a good move. I think it's a good move for both of them. He gets Eloy and
the other roster, but good move for the Cubs.
Blue Jays Mark. We won't get to him tonight because he's in the AL, but I think he ran out of money pretty early. But I know he liked the guys that he had, and he already turned one into two. So I like that deal for both sides. I guess if it was me, give me the bat in that deal. I like the bat that plays every day. But Cubs Frank, he dealt from a position of strength. That's what you do. That's how you make your trades. You drafted strength.
Do you happen to know what Eloy's salary is?
He was $38.
38.
Yeah.
That seems about right.
So Corbin was 32, Dahl was 4, so 36 total going, 38 coming back, plus a draft pick.
He's a budding superstar, Eloy.
I like him. I kind of thought he would go for more than Lubob. I ended up paying 42 for Lubob, and then Eloy goes for 38. I kind of felt bad about that. I felt like I hosed myself a little bit, but
otherwise, this guy is a little bit offensively challenged.
Awful lineup in Pittsburgh, he says. Yeah, it's not. It looks good because it's like a pretty full team, but when you actually go to pick it apart, you're hoping a lot of guys with a seemingly high upside that you're hoping to Cronenworth does what he kind of came out of nowhere to do in the short season.
He's a little unproven.
Yeah, you're hoping Nico Horner. He is a Cubs guy, so he likes Nico. Cubs fans love Nico.
I've seen Nico a little bit. Some guys don't think he can hit, but he could surprise. He could surprise. He could get a nice bounce back from Ed Escobar for $11.
Sure, he could. Yeah. I don't even. Would it be a bounce back? Has he ever really sucked? I don't know if he's ever really sucked.
Only in the short season.
Yeah, I don't
think he sucked too much the year before.
Yeah, I hate saying that so much too. It was the short season. I don't put too much stock in it personally.
Right, I'm almost throwing it out.
Yeah, it felt like a long spring training with the guys that were, you've got guys that have never even played in the minors. Those guys get called up. Guys that have never been above AA getting called up. It just was a funky year. And I know that it will have effects on pitchers getting ramped up, like innings wise and stuff like that. But in relation to performance, I don't like to put very much into it. And I don't know that I have a reason, I'm not an analyst. I'm not putting much stock into it. Yeah. I'm not weighting it.
About it,
yeah, not weighting it too much.
$5 Chavis could be good. He could end up being an everyday guy.
Yeah, $5 Chavis could be very good. Got a lot of pop. I actually like $1 Rowan Wick and $1 Tyler Matzek. Man, Matzek was super good. Again, short season. In the short season, he was really – the strikeout numbers were incredible for him.
Now, Wick is a guy I've seen. He's got really good stuff.
Yeah, he's got good stuff. Could talk his way into saves or at least holds in the Chicago bullpen.
Probably it holds.
He's got $15 Meansy. You love Meansy.
Yeah, we like Meansy.
I like him. I don't like him. I don't like $15 Meansy. It's I was reading some stuff about him of like all the guys that added X amount to their fastball, like 3 miles per hour or more. He actually performed the worst with the increased velocity. Like he was better when he threw softer. And I guess he said himself he actually dialed it back a little bit towards the end of the year, and that's when he performed better, was when he was taking a little bit off the fastball. So maybe added velo doesn't necessarily translate to anything for him. It's still the AL East. He still pitches in Camden, but he has proven to kind of like beat the odds and be a guy that probably wasn't supposed to be all that great on a team that's terrible. And has been pretty damn good. Yeah, very serviceable. Really, the last 2 years.
Yeah. Oh, I used him.
Yes, you did.
2 years ago?
Yeah, you love guys that you pick up off the wire and then eventually do something for you.
Yeah,
those guys tend to stick with you for a long time.
Yeah. When it works out well, I like it.
A good staff.
I like James McCann for 9. Real good there.
I know you like James McCann. You know I don't like James McCann.
I know you don't, but I like him.
I wasn't a fan of spending. I think you paid a little too much for Will Smith, even though I think he's a very good catcher. I just cannot bring myself to spend on any catcher. I know it's a point, in a roto league especially, it's like, catchers drag you down, blah, blah, blah. But in a points league, of course you want one. But I just, if there was a spot I was going to punt in this draft, in this auction, it was going to be catcher. And I did, I spent $2 on Martin Maldonado, but
that's funny.
Yeah. That's just personal feeling. I like this team. Yeah. Even without Corbin Burns, it's still a really good staff. Bauer and Snell and Framber still make a very good staff. And he's filled out. It's not a great lineup, but most of these guys should play.
Yeah, it can be worked on. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a solid B. It's a solid B plus. I mean, he's got a little bit of filling out to do.
Minus. The lack of offense gets the minus, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, no pop. No pop to speak of really at all.
Well, just Eloy.
Oh yeah, goddamn, yeah, he's got Eloy. Yeah, so he did bring in the pop. Yeah. Yeah, I keep mentally taking away Burns, but I'm not adding Eloy. So give him a B, not a minus. Give him a B for having Eloy. Garrett Cooper's a sneaky $4.
Jumping from C plus to B minus.
All right. That's fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah.
All righty. Down to the Cardinals. There's a full.
Lack of a pen kind of brought him down a little.
For the Cubs?
Okay. On to the Cardinals.
Nice full roster for the Cardinals. And
wow, yeah.
Yeah, very nice full roster and some names. Again, I feel like I've been saying this a lot already, but some names I wanted but didn't get. Eliseo Hernandez I really liked, but it was too late in the draft for me to go after him. I had no money left.
This guy's got a bunch of guys I wanted.
I like $26 Luke Voit. Man, for Pete Alonso going for 40 or Luke Voit for 26, give me Luke Voit 100 times out of 100 for that price. I like Luke Voit.
He did real good getting moves for 17. I wanted Dylan Moore. You got him for 9. And who else? Nick Whitgren for 2. That's good.
And he's got some nice prospect action too. And this is a well-balanced team.
Yeah, he's real balanced with the win now and the prospects.
Yeah. Thing. $1 Garrett Richards. I quite like $1 Garrett Richards. I like your
he's a little light on the starting pitchers. Hey, that is a real nice bounce back candidate for $1, Garrett Richards. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Yeah, maybe a little light on the pitching. Yeah, maybe. But Eduardo, I mean, for $11, this is a guy that I think has been a 200 strikeout guy. And his injury was not arm related. Yeah,
that's real good.
Yeah, it wasn't an arm thing. It wasn't an elbow thing. It was like a heart thing or a COVID thing or something. But yeah, I mean, his last full season, which was 2019, he threw 203 innings with 213 strikeouts. And he's a 9.1.
This is a pretty good looking team.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. Seems like I just gravitate towards liking these teams that are just all the way filled out. They just look like they're going to perform better. maybe we'll
kind of like the Duke team where he's got a nice balance of now and the future.
He did spend big on one guy. He did go 60 on Mookie.
Yes.
Yeah, he did go nuts, and if anybody's worth $60, he's one of the few guys that will be. So
you can't say anything bad about that price. Yeah, $60 for Mookie.
Yeah, I like the team. I quite like it.
I like this team a lot.
I like Maeda. I like Yaquiti.
A pretty good grade.
Yeah. These guys get a BB plus. Hoskins,
I'm gonna go B plus on this one.
I like Hoskins. I think $20. I mean, that's about probably where he should be. But I kind of had hopes for him being my first baseman, but before I accidentally spent too much money. So
I think it's a pretty good price for him. I would have thought he would have went for a little more, the mid to high 20s.
A lot of guys I like. He got Mick Abel for $1. He was a high draft pick in the first year player last year. He's got some nice prospects to go along with a team that can compete now, and looks like probably going forward as well. So BB plus for the Cardinals.
Rizzi for 5. If he gets a job in a rotation, that could end up being pretty good.
And then no reason to think that he shouldn't, at least not to me.
Right.
I don't think he has.
Well, the market's been sluggish and slow. It's been I don't know what everybody's waiting for.
I don't know if they're all waiting for Bauer to sign, or some domino has to drop somewhere.
Right.
All right. BB plus for the Cardinals. Good team.
For the Cards.
And the Brewers.
On to the Brewers.
Yeah, we'll go to the Brewers.
Now, this ought to be interesting for the guy who...
This is an interesting team. Yeah, just straight away. Wow. This is an interesting team. It is...
Really going for the future.
Yeah, right? But, I mean, not totally at the sacrifice of the now. He did spend some money for the now, but it does seem more like this is a guy that wants to contend for several years down the road. Yeah. I kind of like the pitching. He's definitely lacking pitching. I like the pitching he does have. I like Justice Sheffield, and I like Julio Urias. Outside of that, I'm not a Chapman guy. I'm not really a fan of $20 on any reliever.
No, you're not.
Yeah, that's just personal. I used to be a closer, draft a closer early, but
I've been that guy, and sometimes still am.
I like Sheffield.
I'm not really a Chapman guy.
Yeah, just again, he's a former Cub. He's a jerk, and just blah blah blah. Yeah. His velo's dipping to like a career low average 98, which is still, ridiculous. But he's not really throwing 101 anymore. He's not throwing 102.
Rosario will play every day.
I like $6 Rosario. I do quite like that. I think $24 for Sal Perez. I don't like that, but like I was just saying, I don't like catchers. This is the guy that ruined my dream of the Tucker, Kelenic, Carlson outfield, because Kelenic went for 37. But man, if these guys hit, CJ Abrams is a top prospect. Julio Rodriguez is a top prospect. Jared Kelenic is probably the number one bat prospect in all of baseball. And Asa Lacy is supposed to be a fine arm. He's maybe got a little longer to wait, but this is probably the best batch of prospects we've seen yet, and the most expensive. He went for him early, and he paid for it by going for him early.
We spent $100 on prospects.
Yeah, he definitely. That's where he put his money.
Hey, yeah.
But it's a way to go. In a 30-team league, you're going to have somebody that does that. You're probably going to have more than – I'm sure we'll run into another team that did that. It's a way to go. I thought long and hard before the draft started, what kind of team do I want to build? And, some of these names were high on my list of like, do I want my team to go this way? Do I want my team to go this way? Having that stud prospect outfield was definitely part of my early plans. but I was very afraid of spending that kind of money. Again, it's that risk averse thing, you know. Guy that's never been in the bigs, even if it's Kellenick, you know, Kellenick and Wander, I guess those are probably about as sure as you can get right now for
They're blue chippers.
Yeah, bat prospects, you know. They tend to obviously get hurt a hell of a lot less than pitchers.
Yeah.
But it's hard to give the Brewers a nice grade just with how much work he's got left to do, how much roster he's got left to fill out.
Yeah, it's hard to grade him now. Yeah.
And just being that it's some starting position, he's got a utility spot that needs filled. He's got a starting pitcher spot that needs filled. But just the prospects alone probably give him a C minus, you know, and the names that he does have. I don't think I'm giving anybody a D. So
that's the way I'm going to look at it because, for the lack of what he does have now, those big time prospects boost him up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the Central, man, that's going to be a tough division. The NL Central is going to be tough.
Yeah, pretty competitive.
I think I'm probably going Cardinals, Pirates, Cubs, Reds, Brewers.
Yeah, I don't think I could disagree with that. I might put the Reds ahead of the Cubs.
You could, yeah, because that, you know, in a week.
The top two could flip-flop, but not by much. Pretty thin.
Keep talking about something for a second. I got to get a bottle of water. I said keep talking.
Oh, keep talking. Well, I'm not even in front of it at the moment myself. But yeah, I would go Pirates, Cards, or Cards, Pirates, and then Reds, Cubs, Brewers. And it could be very competitive division. Some real good teams there.
Yeah, of the two divisions completely that we've done so far, that Central looks like it's going to be a dogfight. I'm kind of glad I'm not in the Central.
And it might be a little tougher than the other one based on the strength of the top two and the middle two in the Central over the East.
Yeah, you got the really nice balance couple of teams. You got the Pirates and Cardinals, really nice balance, but then the Reds could easily come in, have a nuts week, and just beat the shit out of them and you know, steamroll you. They easily could.
Yeah, and then 2 years from now, it could be the
the Brewers. Yeah, we'll be saying the thing about the Brewers. You are on deck right now, but the Orioles are not in the room, so you're not like in imminent danger of being on the clock. The third pick was Hedbert Perez, which is a Milwaukee outfielder who has shot up a lot of spots on recent prospect lists. Pretty good. He was on my short list. Hedbert was very short list. This is my short list. This was my man. I make fun of you for not liking computers. All right, so let's head to the West.
Heading out west.
Who is the first? Looks like it's you.
Okay.
All right, so we'll go to the Padres. You actually have a.
Just go ahead and give myself an A plus.
Well, yeah, of course. No bias here.
No, not really.
You do have a somewhat full roster. A couple spots that you're going to use, either a draft pick or fab on. But a pretty filled out roster. And another one of those guys that has a couple of higher dollar guys, but none of those, your high guys, $41 Darvish, and then $40 Captain Jack. And then a $30 Bryant, a $30 Goldie, kind of hoping you're going for the old guy bats, kind of bounce back old guy bats.
Old guys.
Yeah, you do.
I'm a veteran team. Well,
you are a pretty old guy yourself. So, I mean, that's only makes sense. Another one of your guys, John Birdie, another one of those guys that you picked up 2 years ago off the wire, like in August or September, and did great for you, and now you love. kind of surprised to see you grabbing Greg Holland with the being a Cardinal fan, but this is fantasy. So.
Oh yeah, and I was surprised to get that many Cardinals myself. I didn't really set out to get them because they were Cardinals.
Well, he's a former Cardinal, not a current Cardinal.
Oh yeah, I know Holland. Yeah.
Yeah, you did get Harry Bader, Captain Jack, of course.
Yeah, I had to settle for Bader and Fowler. I was not. I waited a long time to get outfielders.
Yeah, you got the Cardinal outfield. I've got Carlson, but you're also the first team we've seen that went with that catcher friendship strategy or handcuff strategy, whatever. Getting Barnes, getting $1 Barnes.
I like that. I hope that works out.
So what is it? You love Will Smith.
I do.
You love Will Smith. You don't think.
Yeah.
You don't think 27, or do you maybe think 27 was too much?
I would have liked to have gotten a few bucks cheaper, sure. But I do believe in the kid. He's got power. He appears to have plate discipline. He's on the Dodgers.
He is on the Dodgers. That's true. All that's true about him being on the Dodgers.
That helps.
Is he a guy that you think you are going to want to extend?
I think he could be. I mean, Real Muto, he's still at the top for now,
sure.
But going forward, I think Smith can be one of the top catchers.
All right. Yeah, we did do the East. We started with the East. I guess when this is done,
Donaldson's a good price for 15.
Yeah, again, another hoping for a resurgence of an old guy. Bat of yours. Yeah. Do you also have Nelson Cruz? No, you don't.
Yeah, one more good year from Nelly is all I want for 18.
Oh my God, you do. I didn't actually think you had Nelly Cruz. You do. I was joking.
No, I actually
yeah, you
did.
Yes. Yeah, you did. Jesus Christ.
The average age of my team is 37.6 years.
Man, we've got a couple guys that seem to be really good at like crunching those numbers and shit. If we wanted to do an average age thing, you have to be up there. If not tops, you have to be up there.
Top 5, yes.
Yeah. I mean, you've got I don't even know if Honeywell is he's probably still a prospect, but
yeah.
He's broken his elbow like 3 times or something. It's probably not going to work out. $1 Quintana, maybe he latches on somewhere and is able to give some innings for $1. That could be a good buy.
The Giants are interested. I've heard that the Giants are interested.
$1 Tanner Roark. Does Tanner Roark have a rotation spot?
I believe he does.
This is with the Jays?
He's an innings eater.
He was, yeah, I guess. My Tanner Roark knowledge is admittedly somewhat. They got him as the number 4. And in the short season, he threw 47 2/3 with a 6.8.
Yeah, he didn't have a good short season. I'm looking at the year before's numbers. Hoping he'll return to that form.
Yeah, because this is one of those instances where the short season definitely does not matter. If a guy was terrible that I now like, yes.
You liked Joe Jimenez for $1, and the Crichton feller, he might be the saves guy.
I quite like Joe Jimenez for $1. I don't know if that's like bias for my own crappy bullpen. He had a very bad short season. Man, he had a really bad, even worse than I thought. Gave up 7 homers in 22 2/3.
Yeah.
Hey. I guess he's never been great. I mean, like for $1, you know, maybe I hate it. I don't know, maybe I hate it now. The strikeouts fell off the table. He was an 11, 12 K per 9 guy, and he dropped down to 8.7.
I need a rebound.
Yeah, and yet another. He's only 25, 26, so maybe you get the rebound out of him. But, jeez.
Yeah, I don't know much about Crichton, but he might be the guy.
Who is this? Oh, yeah. Is it Crichton, like Michael Crichton? Or is it
I don't
Crichton
know.
or Crichton? Yeah, I don't
know. I don't know.
Maybe he's son. Yeah, maybe it's Michael Crichton's son. I wonder if Baseball Reference.
Yeah, maybe.
I wonder if Baseball Reference has that. Full name. Jesus, for a second I thought his name was Stefan Book Crichton. It is pronounced Crichton, like Michael Crichton, but it's Brooke. His middle name is Brooke, not Book.
Okay.
Boy, it's, conversation for another time. I love Michael Crichton. Man, I didn't even watch ER, but Jurassic Park, and I love all his books. Man, Michael Crichton was awesome. I was sad when he died. I was legitimately sad when he died. Guy could write TV. He could write books. Alex Young, we've talked about Alex Young. Dollar guy's going to throw some innings. I don't hate $7 Sean Manaea. $14 Liam Hendricks looks really nice now that he's going to the White Sox. That looks pretty nice.
Yeah, I like it.
As if he wasn't already good, and now he's going to a hot young team. He's going to have games to save. It's not a great division.
He's going to anchor my bullpen.
Yeah, he is an anchor. You've got the other White Sox. You've got Evan Marshall. Yeah, I don't hate your team. I love Darvish and Flaherty. I love the Captain Jack Darvish 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
After that, you're hoping for a lot from Manaea.
Yeah.
Because the starters are pretty thin after that. I mean, Quintana, I don't have a lot of room to talk because my starting pitching is less deep than yours. Even, we're talking Roark and Quintana. Mine's shallower than that, but it's a nice front too. And if these guys do bounce back, I mean, say you hit the lottery and these guys all bounce back, Donaldson, Goldie, Bryant, say these guys all bounce back, then you're looking really good. Yeah, you're looking pretty good.
Oh, I'll take a C.
Yeah, I can give you a CC plus because you have a pretty full roster. I mean, that's probably worth a CC plus on its own, but I don't love it. But it's not my team. I don't have to love it.
That's right.
My team is next. Actually, my team, the Rockies team, is what we can get to now.
I have switched over here.
No, really, man, I love Michael Crichton. Jurassic Park scared the shit out of me as a kid. For one,
yep.
I was born in 85, so Jurassic Park, I was probably watching that 93, 94. Scared the shit out of me as a kid. And then I read the books fairly recently. I read Jurassic Park and The Lost World. Of course the books are amazing. They always say the books are better, but ER, what a TV show. Of course, Mom loved ER. Yeah, and a lot of the books. I just read Dragon Teeth. I love Micro. I love State of Fear. Next is good. I mean, Crichton. Big fan. Sad when he died. Okay, Rockies team. You could say I was a guy that spent. I don't have a super high guy. I was in for like $59 on Bieber, and I think DeGrom early on, and I'm happy that I didn't get them for those prices. A significant portion of my money was spent on price enforcing guys that I didn't think I was going to get stuck with. $38 for Scherzer, $42 for Lou Bob. I don't hate either of them. But I didn't plan on winning either of them either. And if you're looking at my team on Couch Managers, of course, I don't have Castillo anymore. It is now Sixto for $35, and then $29 Mackenzie Gore down in the prospect spot.
That trade should work out.
I think.
Good.
I kind of pulled a U a little bit. I got the Matt Carpenter Longo, super old third baseman combo.
Yeah.
Hopefully that works out.
Hey, do you think you overpaid for Gallen?
Ooh. Boy, I don't know.
A little higher than I like him a lot. That was a little higher than I would have wanted to pay for him.
I like him, but yes, but he because we talked while the draft was going on about the fear of missing out on, well, if I don't, I didn't get Bieber and I didn't get DeGrom and I didn't get Darvish and, I'm stuck with Scherz. So I don't want to have just one good pitcher. If I'm going to have that much money in a pitcher, I'm going to be a pitching team. I guess I'm going to try to have some pitching. And I ended up going with Castillo and Gallen.
Well, I can see that, yeah, and I can see. Well, you had to get him for 39 because somebody was in there at 38.
Yeah, and he shot up there quick. I wasn't in on him early. I was kind of in on him late, and he wasn't a guy I was enforcing. I probably wasn't going. If somebody bumped him up to 40, I probably wasn't going 41. But of the guys that I say I got stuck with, he's not one of them. I'm pretty happy to have him. Of course, you have the young pitcher baked in injury risk. I'm pretty sure he hasn't had TJ anymore. I just assume that everybody's going to have it at some point.
Right.
But I don't know, man. He looks good. And the Diamondbacks in the future, they got a lot of top prospects, a lot of outfield bats and stuff. That's a team that's on the come up.
That would be helpful.
I like him. The bullpen's pretty suspect, but he throws innings too. He's there. Yeah, I like him.
We talked about Gallo being a good gamble for 20.
I like him. In a league that doesn't penalize strikeouts, I like Gallo.
Right.
Might be a little high.
Gurriel, he seems pretty good for that price. Pretty good.
I love my outfield. As anybody that's tried to make a trade with me in the last couple of days has heard me brag about, I love the Carlson, Robert, Gurriel outfield,
and then young outfield.
And then Gallo can get on the corners, and then Sam Hilliard, if he gets everyday at bats in Coors Field, he plays all three spots. I love my
real nice flyer for $4.
Yeah, the only part of my offense I like is my outfield. My infield is atrocious. I'm leaning on guys like Ty France. I'm leaning on Tyler Wade as a starting shortstop right now, which is not good. Fuentes,
I got problems there.
Yeah, I got a problem. I mean, it's not an incredibly well balanced team, but I got a sturdy left hand with the outfield and a quick right hand with the pitching. It's a good combo. I think it's a good combo. I got a lot of holes to fill though as well. I have work to do, but I've got some prospects. I like Helio Ramos. And now I've got Mackenzie Gore. I have, the blue chip pitching prospect. My team's pretty different than it looks on Couch Managers, but I like it. I have some youth. I have some age. I don't think I have a third base of the future planned. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do if, say, both of these guys retire at the end of the year or they both injure themselves out of the game. I'll be in trouble. I think maybe Yolmer can play third base, or maybe he's second and short or something, but he's not an answer, to any questions anyway. So, maybe a C plus. I got a lot of holes. It's hard to give myself a B.
C plus.
But I do think I'm one of those teams that can be a tough week, especially if some of those guys got are two start pitchers. If Scherzer and Gallen are both two start pitchers, if Sixto is a two start pitcher,
wouldn't want to face you that week.
Yeah, that'll be a tough week. Okay, so we got the D-backs after me.
All right.
On to the D-backs, down to Arizona. Super nice air-conditioned stadium.
See what they're doing in the desert.
Yeah. So he's got a guy that just a couple years ago was, at least people were thinking was going to be the number one catcher. One of the few double-digit catchers in the league, Gary Sanchez.
Yeah.
This is a guy that does not have anybody over $28.
Yeah, that's true.
I think so far that is the lowest high-dollar player we've seen yet.
Yeah, probably.
And it's Ohtani, which I think is probably worth it. I think That's not bad value. He didn't get bad value on him. I like Ohtani for that price. I like $24 Carrasco.
I think it's just right. Yeah, and that's a good one. That would be good.
He took an interesting line with the recovering from Tommy John guys. He's got Sale and Severino for 38 total dollars.
And he's got Kluber and Paxton. He's taken.
Yeah, he went with the injury recovery pitchers.
Yeah.
I kind of.
And
I kind of dig that, honestly.
Yeah, he kind of went whole hog on that, didn't he?
Yeah, Carrasco's coming back from fucking cancer, so.
Yeah,
he went with.
All of his guys are like that.
He's got Stanton. He's got this guy is an injury. Cornucopia, perhaps, is a good word. He's just about every injury you can think of tucked into. I mean, Daniel Bard was a head case. He's got
Frank Job on speed dial.
Yeah, Kirby Yates was hurt last year, wasn't he? Yeah, everybody was hurt. Senzel used to have vertigo. Like Nick Senzel had vertigo in the minors. This guy's team is basically an episode of House, just like sitting here and
unit, isn't it? Yeah.
It's the MASH unit. Oh, but you know what? I don't hate it.
No, it's very interesting.
Yeah,
Semien for 17. That's great.
Yeah, I like that, and he's got good prospects.
Years ago, you think you could have got Giancarlo for $21? I don't think so.
Well, geez, what was it, 17 or 18 when he hit like 30 home runs in the last, 28 games? It's something insane. He won me a Roto League doing that, and then the next year he was
stay healthy and go off, and that could be tremendous.
Yeah, he's shown what he can do if he can stay healthy. It's a huge if at this point.
I'm not the one that's going to try it, but hey, if it works for you, look at that, $21.
I mean, if he hits on half of his comeback from injury guys, that's a pretty dangerous team, and not even necessarily just this year, but if he starts next year with a healthy Sale, Severino, and Paxton and Ohtani, that is a team. And Carter Kaboom for $6 for whatever reason, the shine. He's a top prospect that the shine kind of wore off because he didn't come up and dominate right away like guys tend to do.
Senzel's the same way.
Yeah,
right?
Senzel's the same way.
Gamble for Senzel.
Yeah, I kind of think Senzel and Scott Kingery are very similar multi-position guys that were super touted and came up and had some success, but not the Soto, Trout, Acuna kind of success that you want, that you hope prospects have, but guys that are multi-positional, serviceable guys.
21's great for Castellanos. That's great.
Yeah, I like that.
Don't you?
I do.
Think? I mean,
and
that's really good.
I really like $4 Gallegos as well.
Yeah, I like Gallegos. That Castellanos, he gets up into the top 5 to 3 for top value.
You think?
I do.
You mean
that's a terrific price for him?
You mean of the whole auction, or just guys we've looked at tonight, like just National League
guys we've looked at? Tonight.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree.
Yeah, I mean the guy hits 50 doubles.
Yeah, he hits the shit out of the ball, and weirdly enough, man, his batted ball data is so. Everybody said, well, okay, he got out of Detroit because Detroit had some really funky stuff going on with batted ball data. It was like the Detroit ballpark or something. The batter's eye guys were seeing the ball really good or something like. But it's a huge outfield and everything, and homers go to die there. So they thought, okay, he's going to Cincinnati. He's going to hit the shit out of the ball. He's going to gain a bunch of home runs. But yet again, since he's been in Cincinnati, Castellanos is still like he's either number one or he's top 3 or 5 of barreled balls, balls that you square up and hit perfectly that somehow still result in outs. Like he just has I don't know what it is with his swing, but he hits the shit out of the ball and he hits it perfectly, and yet somehow it goes for an out. It's like a weird
atom balls.
Yeah, and it's becoming too regular of a thing to be coincidental. It's like, well, now I can't. It's almost not bad luck anymore. It's like, what the hell is going on with this guy? And why aren't these going over the wall, or why isn't he hitting 60 doubles instead of 50? But yeah, that's pretty good value, I think.
Still very productive. Yeah, really good.
I like the Daniel Bard for $1. He was pretty good, and he might get saves in Colorado. I really like that for $1. His bullpen is
dollar play.
Yeah, like for a $10 bullpen, Yates, Gallegos, Bard, that's a nice $10 bullpen.
Tommy LaStella, he could have some multi-position stuff eventually.
And he's got pop. He was showing that he's got pop.
Yeah, he's actually improved his pop quite a bit, hasn't he?
And this is a guy that spent some on prospects, and they're pretty good prospects. They're high-level prospects. This is he's got a lot of empty spots. He doesn't have a superstar.
Yeah, now, some depth and no superstar. Yeah,
you could say Chris Sale, was a superstar, but he's coming off TJ. He can't be a superstar. Not that you necessarily have to have a stars and scrubs or even a superstar to win a league like this, but it's something that stands out. Stanton could be a superstar. Sale could be a superstar. Has been a superstar, but maybe those days are over for both of them. But if they're healthy, that's great value. Stanton and Sale for a combined $42. That's.
Yeah.
I don't. There's no point in either of those guys' careers really where you wouldn't think that was a value, especially in a dynasty league. With Sale, he's probably not coming back till July or August, but we're talking dynasty here. And if Sale comes back healthy and he looks like Chris Sale next year, this guy has $23 Chris Sale.
Yeah, it could be a big boost.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah, I don't know whether to go C+, B-. He's right in that area.
I can't give him a B- just because he's got so many empty spots. That's kind of the consistency of the night, is that many empty spots. It's hard to give him a B-, but he gets a C+. I like the team. I
do.
There's a lot of risk. Like maybe just a C. There's a lot of risk. There's if Sale and Severino don't work out, if Kluber doesn't work out, if Paxton, Paxton's made of glass.
It is a lot of risk. It really is.
Yeah, this team could.
With the pitchers.
Yeah, this team could be at the bottom of the West.
What an interesting way to go, though.
But they could be. Yeah, if these guys hit, he could be competing in the West.
Again with some guts here.
So yeah, I think he's a perfect C, because one tip, one way or another, can send him in an interesting direction.
That's right.
All right, so that leaves the Dodgers.
Oh boy.
That leaves the Dodgers. And just a heads up, you just became on the clock.
Oh yeah, I saw it. It notified me here.
Yeah, so if you have some kind of idea, if you want to talk it out a little bit for the people, talk out your thought process if you have one.
I will look around a little bit first, but I already knew a little bit about Andy Young, and that's an area on the team that I'm lacking in.
You think you're more going to spend this pick on a guy that is going to get major league at bats right now?
Why is that guy? Is he going to play?
Oh, I don't know. I'm asking you.
Oh, you're asking if I'm maybe going to look for a guy like that instead?
Well, yeah, you're talking. That's Andy Young of the D-backs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. What's old roster resource say about?
I don't think he's ready to play right now.
No, probably not. Let's take a look and see.
But yeah, I like him, but I might look around for a guy who might help me sooner.
We'll take a look. Take a quick look here at Andy Young. Not Andy Young, right? Andy Young.
Yeah.
Young. So they've got him as a bench guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, roster resource has him as a bench guy. He had 34 PAs in the short season. He hit a $192, but he OBP'd 382.
Yeah.
Take that for what it's worth in 34 plate appearances. But
very small.
Yeah, so they are projecting him to, obviously this is January, but they are projecting him as a bench bat for Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
that's the direction you think you want to go? Is a guy that's fixing to get into some, maybe not everyday ABs, but major league ABs sooner than later?
Yeah, I think he's a pretty highly touted guy.
Is he? Are we talking about?
I think he was at one time. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Was. Yeah. Not is. Was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, going into last year, I have to actually have something about him right here.
Well, let's see. He was a 37th round pick.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what highly touted is to you.
Right? How did he get there? I think he was with us.
Yeah, he was a December 2018 trade from the Cardinals to the D-backs. We drafted him, being the Cardinals, drafted him in 2016, 37th round, and that would be the latest round draft pick on the team, on the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I see, those guys try harder. Those 37th rounders, they try harder.
Hey, man, it's your pick. It's your pick. You do whatever the hell you want with it.
I'll look around first.
Yeah. Maybe look around first.
I will.
I'm not telling you not to take Andy Young but there's a good chance he might be there for your second round pick.
Oh yeah, keep that in mind, right? Yeah.
You do have 5 overall here. If you
Fair.
So in the Fantrax room, like I was saying earlier, you can sort by ADP, and you can kind of get an idea of where some of these prospects are going that maybe you're not familiar with, but that are being drafted, in drafts that have already happened.
Right.
Because there's some. You're
probably right.
Yeah, there's some good specs. I hope nobody's gonna fucking yell at me for collusion or anything, but.
Oh no.
Yeah. What round was Albert? What round was Albert?
Yeah, he wasn't exactly on everybody's radar.
I don't think Andy Young is the next Albert. I don't think that's what he was saying.
Well, he might be. he might be.
Albert didn't wait until he was 20. How old is Andy Young? Andy Young is 26.7 years old. Yeah. So he's not. I mean, chicken. Yeah. Who was the guy for the Cardinals? Was Hamilton? Was that his name?
Oh yeah.
That came up out of nowhere, kind of an older and had like a weirdly good month or something. I mean, I don't know if he's spend that pick on something better.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me. Don't be.
I'm not.
No, not you. I'm talking to the league. I'm talking. Hopefully the league.
No.
Can.
It's all good.
So this guy says with a waiver wire position in a draft in 2001, he took Albert over Ichiro and Ben Sheets. That ended up working out. I mean, really any of those guys would have worked out.
Yeah.
Ben Sheets had some down years, but I still remember when Ben Sheets struck out 18 Atlanta Braves. That was one of the best curveballs that day that I have seen. Man, he was dominant that day.
Just had it that day.
Man, it's striking out 18 it's no 20 or whatever, but man, he was really on that day. Okay, so we didn't really talk about the Dodgers here. Yeah, the Dodgers. Yeah, here we are on the Dodgers. So he has one big spend. He spent $40 on Devers, and then he's pretty well balanced. He's got
this is the best team in the division.
I think it probably is.
This is one of the best teams that we've reviewed.
One of the best NL teams. Yeah, I think he's one of the best teams in the NL.
I love $25 Muncy. $22 Charlie Blackmon is tremendous.
Yeah, I like a lot of.
Freddie Peralta could be really good. Grandal for 15, that's terrific. He's got a lot of good players.
Really, the only one I don't like is $12 Jackie Bradley. That's about the one I don't like. But center field gets thin. Center field gets thin, And you've got to hope that Bradley's going to land somewhere that he's going to get every day at bats. And if he does,
job yet.
No, he doesn't. But his glove is so good, somebody's going to give him a job.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to give him a
He
job.
will.
I've just never been I don't know if it's a Red Sox thing or what. I just don't love him. But I like $5 JP Crawford. I kind of really like $8 Robbie Ray. He said he's done fucking around with his delivery and stuff, that he screwed himself up. He's going to go back to what was working, which is, 6 innings, 11 strikeouts, 6 or 7 walks, and maybe a win. But he's done messing with his mechanics and stuff. So
I would have paid $8 for him.
I like $8. I like $8 Robbie Ray. Yeah, I like it.
I like $4 Kyle Gibson.
Yeah, not bad. And I like his prospects, and I love the price he paid for his prospects. Brennan Davis for $3 is great. Nolan Gorman for $4. Max Meyer for $3.
I saw guys talking about that.
Yeah, those are very good prices. He got Genesis Cabrera for $4, who could easily be seeing innings for the Cardinals. Early on, he's very good. He could potentially see leverage innings. Yeah, he's got Aaron Bummer, who's going to be a holds machine.
Aaron Bummer's tremendous.
Yeah, he's going to be a holds machine for that White Sox bullpen. He's going to be the lefty setup to Liam Hendricks. He's a strikeout guy. He's a holds guy.
Last 2 years, he's been really good.
This is a very good team. This is a deep team.
Yeah.
It's a good team. If he's thin anywhere, he's thin in the outfield. But
and a little bit with the starting pitching, maybe.
Yeah, okay. Your number one is a guy that pitches half his games in Coors. So, but Marquez is good.
A little bit of depth
and
to it.
If the Rockies do deal him pretty much anywhere but Coors, I'd be way on board with Marquez. I'm on board with him anyway, but he's good. He's good. Cueto's old, and I hate him. We don't like him for what he did to Jason LaRue.
Right. But I would have took him for $2.
Yeah, for $2. This is fantasy, not real. Love $8 Robbie Ray. I like $6 Taylor Rogers. I like $5 Freddie Peralta.
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, that's really he's an interesting guy, the Freddie Peralta.
I love Michael Lorenzen. He could very well start this year. So he's got a great spread of prospects at good prices. He's got a deep bench. I like this team. I give the Dodgers an A-, an A, for as the draft goes. He gets the highest mark, I think.
Is A-.
Yeah, I think he's an A-.
I gotta give it to him. I like Contreras for 18 at catcher.
Yeah, you like spending money on catchers. I don't get it.
It's about getting
Rogers was traded
the best at each position.
So, for those that don't know, this is a guy that spends high draft picks on kickers, and he spends high dollars on catchers. Yeah. And does it ever work out?
Yeah, well, it has. What? When did I take Piazza early?
Okay, yeah, in the mid '90s. Yeah, I was working out in the mid '90s with Piazza and Pudge. Yeah.
I think I won it in '99.
We'll save your Nomar Garciaparra story for another time.
Yeah, from my Julio Franco.
Yeah. So
if you can't get the guy that hits behind the guy.
That's right. Yeah. The Dodgers get full marks. They get top team in the West. They are the team to beat in the West. Yeah. I think for me, and personal bias, I'll admit, I think it goes Dodgers, Rocky. Oh, well, I just lost him. I'm guessing his phone died. Dodgers, Rockies, Padres, D-backs. Hopefully he does something with his pick soon. He probably will. Oh, he's back. He's already back. Yellow.
For some reason. Yeah, cut off for some
I thought maybe we lost your battery. So anyway, right. What I was saying was I'm going Dodgers, Rockies, Padres, D-backs.
I might flip flop Padres and Rockies, but
oh, you think? Yeah, you think you do? Yeah, I bet you do.
Otherwise, I could go with that. I got to give it to Dodgers. Definitely, and maybe tops in the NL.
And I kind of was thinking, man, when is this guy going to spend some fucking money? And it turns out he did spend it, and he spent it pretty well.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to do. This guy did pretty much what I wanted to do.
Yeah, a nice, well-balanced team. The guy he did spend on is super young and super good. Yeah. So he made sure to, spend his money on a guy that he's going to plan on keeping around for a while. He didn't spend $40 on 36-year-old Max Scherzer or 37-year-old Josh Donaldson or, whatever. He seems like he had a plan and he actually stuck to it. And I think he's going to reap the benefits.
Yeah, he executed it very well. I think he – I have to go back maybe and rescan, but I think he might be –
Oh, my gosh. We forgot the Giants. We forgot the Giants.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I kind of really have to pee, so I was like rushing it a little bit. We've already been doing this for 2 hours, so who the hell is going to listen to this? But we still got to do the Dodgers. I mean, come on. All right, Dodgers. So Roger, Dodgers, the Giants. Giants, Roger, almost a similar situation to Brewers, Rob, in that he has a lot of money in. Well, he doesn't really have a lot of money in prospects because Mountcastle's not a prospect. He's got $18 Joey Bart. Keegan Aiken, I'm pretty sure pitched in the bigs. Did he? Maybe he didn't.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, shit. Me neither. I'm ill prepared. I'm no host. I'm no analyst. No, he did. He did. He threw 25 and 2/3. He threw 25 and 2/3 and had 35 strikeouts. 3.27 FIP, pretty good. So for $6, that looks like a nice arm.
Yeah.
Man, thank you for listening to every minute. That's makes it feel like I'm not completely wasting mine and my father's time. Yeah, good $6 buy, but he's got a ton of holes to fill, and he's got a ton of money in two guys.
Yeah.
And if you throw Mountcastle on there, he's got a ton of money in three guys. I'm pretty sure this is another guy who it may have been his first auction. But man, did he the fireworks were going, and it was Roger early on, $72 Tatis, $75 Soto. I don't hate the arms, Bumgarner. We've seen the best of him, but he can be an innings eater.
Yeah.
He's got a long climb. He's got a climb ahead of him. Mountcastle looks good. Joey Bart is supposed to be good, but when Bart gets called up, that's another $18. He's going to run into money issues. Toro for $2, Valleca for $6. He's really thin. He's really thin.
Yeah, it has to be that way when you spend so much on a couple of
guys. I would say that if of the guys in the NL, Roger may be a guy that would like to have, to start the auction over and use hindsight or whatever. But there's no denying that he's got top talent. He's got two. If we were doing a redraft, he's got two top three picks. He's got two of the top three. So, but the rest of the team is really, it's tough.
Boy, could he consider trading one of those $70 fellers for a for a big package.
A bevy. It's
Yeah.
probably not going to happen before the season starts or anything. But if somebody thinks I'm Juan Soto away from winning, because man, you got to think, even keeping him, that makes him $77 Soto next year. He's eating up a huge portion of the budget, and he's still got a lot to fill out.
Yeah, it looks like a tough row to hoe.
Yeah, Dan says it's going to be hard to not sell one of them off by the break, and I got to agree. It's like he's going to have to shop them, and he might have to not take the kind of package that you would think a Tatis or a Soto would get, because they're going to be so expensive. Anybody that gets them is probably not going to keep them, because you got to figure if it's a team that's competing, he's got some money sunk into it, so they're probably not getting kept. So he's not going to give up a ton, I don't know about a ton or whatever, but not going to give up what you would think a Tatis would fetch in a dynasty league. He's just too expensive. He's maybe fitting. We saved him for last. I'm going to stick him at the bottom of the division. Even it feels weird to take a team with Tatis and Soto and put him on the bottom, but he holes.
Yeah, he didn't quite get enough to go with him.
Yeah, I mean, Darren Ruff is not a guy you count. You can't count on Polanco staying healthy. Polanco's a nice $1 buy if he can come back and even be, almost like I said about Chris Davis for $4 early on. If he can be healthy, he's a nice $1 buy. But he's not a guy that's $6 Carlos Rodon, shoulder stuff, arm stuff. Bumgarner.
I'd just seen him spend less on Mountcastle and spread some of that $30 around.
Yeah, his team would be a lot better filled out if he took the foot off the gas on Bart and Mountcastle. It's it's not an impossible hole to climb out of. He's got talent to trade, but it's going to be tough to find a dance partner. It's going to be tough to get what he probably is going to think is fair value. He's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, well, he really went for it on those top two guys.
Yeah, he did. I mean, it'll be interesting. Again, said it before. It's not going to be somebody I want to play, but I'm not going to fear him as much as I do, say, the Reds. With his team, he's another guy that spent super heavy early and has those big guys, and he's actually got a lot more holes to fill. I don't know about a lot more, but more holes to fill than the Giants. But I just feel like he's a little bit better, a little more well-rounded with Freeman and Solak and Mancini and Abreu and Bad Brad Keller and those guys. I just feel like he's a little bit better rounded.
It's just fun. It'd be fun to try. I mean, to see what everybody tries to do with
that's the great thing about the dynasty is we've seen, and we've just done the NL. Some guys went the prospects route. Some guys are clearly trying to win it now. You got the few teams that come to mind: the Pirates, the Cardinals, the Dodgers. Very well balanced. Can win now and are going to compete going forward. Very likely.
All those guys did a good job there.
Sure. We are going to be competing in the NL. It's going to be tough. I mean, I'm sure the AL is going to be tough, but good. It's the Dodgers. It's the Dodgers in the West.
Yeah.
The Cardinals or the Pirates in the Central, and the Mets in the East. Those are the preseason, right after the draft predictions. Things change. We also didn't take into account all the trades and stuff, but this is very preliminary and early and what have you. So
that's how we see it.
Yeah, not bad. Good. Man, 2 hours. Nice long stream. Nice long video.
Yeah.
All right. So get on there. Make your pick before you go to bed.
Oh yeah, I'll get on that here in a minute.
All right, and Blue Jays Mark and I are going to do the American League Friday night. We will also live stream it. We will also put it up to watch later. And
yeah, maybe I'll tune in for that.
Yeah, I'll tell you how to get on YouTube and stuff. No joke, he doesn't know how to use YouTube.
The people from YouTube are going to be here?
Yeah, right. They're coming to my house. All right, so yeah, until next time. See you guys.
Okay.
No, not you, them. The people